I am out in the cold along Parliament Road in Nairobi's Central Business District. And speaking of being out in the cold, the list of gentlemen I'm about to read out are people who have experienced some cold after warmth. The same way I've come from studio and come to the streets, this is what happened to these guys when the election happened in 2017, because between 2013 and 2017 they were governors. Then they were ousted, they lost their bid, but now they have made a comeback. So these are the comeback governors, not all of them, because we're still waiting for further results to be released across the country. But we have a list of 8 men who are comeback governors. They served the first term of devolution, were kicked out in the second, and now in the third term, they are set to get back out of the cold, the political cold, if you may. Though some of them got some warmth because the president gave them some appointments here and there. But nonetheless, let's begin by looking at these comeback governors. The first person on our list is Nathif Jama, who is the governor-elect in the county of Garissa, and he is vying on an ODM. He was vying on an ODM ticket. That's the Orange Democratic Movement Party ticket, and he ousted. He beat Ali Korane, who has been the same man who beat him in the 2017 election. So that is the county of Garissa. That is the governor-elect right now, and that is Nathif Jama. Now, the second person who has benefited, it is believed, from the wave in the mountain of the UDA is Joshua Irongo. Now, Joshua Irongo is the governor-elect of Laikipia County. He was the governor in the first term, like I had indicated. Then in the second term, he was beat by Nderitu Mureithi. Nderitu Mureithi, who currently holds a senior position in the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya party. And so it's quite a blow for him and for the Azimio party, you know, from the optics of it, seeing as how high up the ranks he is in regards to Azimio, being beat by a man from UDA, which and he was also in Jubilee, that is Bwana Irongo, and so now he has knocked him off the seat after the guy knocked him off. So it's another case of a somewhat ping pong. So Irongo on a UDA ticket has taken over is taking over, I should say, from Nderitu Mureithi. Now, third is the county of Baringo, where we have Moses. We have Bwana Cheboy here. He is the governor-elect of the county of Baringo, and he was also vying on a UDA ticket, and not Moses Cheboy. And he's edged out Stanley Kiptis, who's the incumbent governor who knocked him out in the previous election, and so he has also taken back the seat. So he's gotten out of this cold, being out in the streets with everyone else, and in what I may call in our terms now, he's gotten back into studio. Now, the next person we have is Simon KACHAPIN, who is also under the United Democratic Alliance Party, UDA, and he is now the governor-elect of West Pokot County. Now, Bwana KACHAPIN takes over from the man who has made many people laugh because he has a fairly good sense of humor, that is John Lonyangapuo, who's a career, civil servant. Before he was the governor and before even devolution, he had served in the national government as a principal, or then in that time a permanent secretary. So KACHAPIN takes over from John Lonyangapuo in regards to being the governor. So he's currently the governor-elect of West Pokot, and Lonyangapuo has already conceded defeat publicly. Then the next person is ISSA TIMAMY, who is he's the governor-elect in the county of LAMU, and he is under the ANC party, that is the Amani National Congress, which is led by Musalia Mudavadi, who is also one of the leaders in the Kenya Kwanza coalition. And he's taking over, or rather has kicked out Fahim Twaha, who is who's now the outgoing governor of the county of Lamu. Now, the next person who is making a comeback is the man who has been the Speaker of the Senate. That is Ken Lusaka. Ken Lusaka was he was the inaugural governor of the county of Bungoma. Then Wycliffe Wangamati, who has since conceded defeat. Wangamati has conceded defeat, and Lusaka takes over. He's currently the governor-elect of the county of Bungoma. And so that becomes another case of, taking up from the person who knocked you out. And he is under the Ford Kenya party, and Ford Kenya is led by, again, one of the key principals in the Kenya Kwanza coalition, that is Moses Wetangula. Then we have we go to Kitui County, where we have Julius Malombe. Now, Julius Malombe is under the Wiper Party, and he's taking over from Charity Ngilu. Charity Ngilu, who, upon, as they say, the advice of Raila Odinga, the party leader of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance Party, coalition party, said that he promised her he would give her a job if he becomes president. So she's one of those who took a fairly big gamble in regards to her future politically. So in this case, the man who she stepped aside for is taking over from her. That is Julius Malombe, who has won on the Wiper Party, on a Wiper Party ticket. And our 8th comeback governor so far is Ahmed Abdullahi, the county of Wajir, and he was vying on an Orange Democratic Movement ticket. And so he's taking over from Mohamud Abdi, who withdrew his bid at the last minute. And the thing is, aside from this man here being a governor before, the man he's taking over from has had a lot of drama. The county of Wajir has had problems of having two people insisting that they are the governors because he had been kicked out of office. That is, Mohamud Abdi had been kicked out of office. Then his deputy took over. Then at a point he won the case in court. He came back into office. The Council of Governors was behind him and telling his deputy to step back into the deputy's seat, and it became a push and pull. His deputy also vied, but none of them actually. Let me not say none of them, because he withdrew, but his deputy did not either get to beat Ahmed Abdullahi from the Orange Democratic Movement Party. So these are some of the guys who have experienced that political cold for about 5 years and are now getting back into the top seat of the county. And something we'll be keen to look at and assess and analyze as days come by is, why did those who voted him out potentially now vote him back in? Is it that, one, some of them, as they had claimed, were unfairly kicked out of office, or is it a case of some of those who took over from them, took over from them were doing a not so good job? So the voters decided, they're kind of saying, Smriti, as they say, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Maybe for some of these gentlemen, that has been the case. So we shall keep updating more and more as we get the lists confirmed by the IEBC, in case there are any other comeback governors, as well as other people who are making a significant mark in this election, be it the first-time governors or first-time electees, let me call them that, in this election. But for now, that's it. Allow me to, like this gentleman, get out of the cold and head back into the warm place of studio. Back to you, Smriti.